Right. Assembly Member Russell.
Thank you, Chair. I'd like to briefly address a question to the Mayor. It's now more than 2 years since this Assembly unanimously supported a motion declaring a climate emergency and asked you for further ambitious steps and specific emergency plans with the actions needed to make London carbon neutral by 2030. Will you fund updating the evidence and models that the GLA holds, specifically the Zero Carbon Pathways tool, so that London local authorities have the tools to lobby the government for what they need to meet their 2030 commitments?
Well, as you'll be aware, because we've rehearsed this point before, we've got a limited amount of powers and resources to meet the objectives of reducing carbon in London. I think 50% of powers and resources we need, and we're going as far as we can to those powers and resources. You'll also be aware of our lobbying us to the government. We in this meeting may all be discussing redundancies.
Mr. Mayor, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm tight for time. You told me this work was taking place when I asked you about it in January 2019, and I've been constantly checking on your website to see if the Pathways tool has been updated. It hasn't been yet. I'm just after a date. When will it be updated?
Well, to be fair, you weren't. Your previous question was after additional expenditure, not a date. And so, and I'm happy to write Chair to the member to let her know what the officers are planning in relation to a date, which is a different question to the first one.
Thank you very much. I have no further questions.